Hi guys, how's it going? I'm coming off of a really nasty upper respiratory infection, so my voice sounds weird, but it's a good thing because now I have a voice. I went through my first week of teaching for the year without a voice, and it was the worst thing ever. So I wanted to come on and share a mid-month update. It is September 16th, and so far for the month, I've gotten both my paychecks, and Joey has gotten one of his paychecks, and it's been a really good month so far. So I got my two paychecks here. The first one was my last paycheck from the public school job I used to work. And then this is my Catholic school paycheck, which is about $300 less. So that kind of sucks, but we're going to make it work. I cashed in my Ibotta this month, and it was $20. So originally for Joey, I had planned that he was going to make $1,000 this month, and he completely surpassed that in his first paycheck. So he's been working a lot of overtime. He's had a few paid holidays on here as well. So for his first paycheck, he made $1,126.27. I am so proud of him. He's been working his butt off. So when he told me that, I came on here and completely reworked my budget from my budget preview. So yeah, I'm planning to put $25 into our emergency fund. We are still trying to pay for our reception. And originally I wasn't going to put anything into my emergency fund yet, but I figured since he's going to be making quite a bit this month, I might as well start putting a little. Rent, I had to pay $480. With his next paycheck next week, I'm going to probably take out some for next month's rent. Electricity, I had budgeted $145. It was $125 and some change. We'd been running our air conditioner a lot less in August, so it really paid off. September's hot again, so I don't know really what that's going to mean for our electric bill next month. Mobile phone, so in August, I had made the switch from Verizon to US Cellular. I did have $56 owed to Verizon for my last month, and then US Cellular was $135, and this is with Joey and I. I don't know if this is going to be our full bill, because something tells me this is just half of a month's use, so we shall find out. There's a really loud car. Sorry. Our internet, I had budgeted $65. It was $64.75. Gas, I had budgeted $30, and it was $11.14, which is awesome. Groceries, originally I had budgeted $250, and so we were going to make it work. But when he got paid so much, I definitely increased that. So here are my transactions so far. This was like our first week's worth of groceries, and then when Joey got paid on the 7th, he gave me a bunch of cash. I put $200 in, and then Friday, the 14th, I got paid, and I put another $80 in. I don't know if I'm going to put any more in next week when Joey gets paid. I might. We have quite a bit of food, but there'll still be a week left of September. And we'll have his daughters, so we'll need to get stuff that they eat, because they don't eat like adults. I don't eat like an adult. My gym membership has to come out yet. Mine's $28. Joey's is $30, $40. I can't remember. He swears that his gym membership does not come out of his bank, so I'm going to have to look at his bank statements and see if it's really coming out, because if not, something should be done about that. Our little entertainment stuff came out, so Hulu, Funimation, which is an anime streaming service that Joey and I use, and then Joey's Netflix. So those all came out. It's still cheaper than cable to have all of that. This was our insurance for the month. So this is the first month Joey and I have been on the same insurance. And it's saving us quite a bit of money because his was originally $200 just for him. So together, I just put him on my plan as $215.85. I think next month they said it'll be like $1 more. I can't remember. So the debt all of the debt for the month is pretty much paid off. Discover, American Express, I just pay the minimums, American Eagle, Ulta, Firestone, my car payment, care credit, Iowa student loan. This I pay $7 more just because this was what the initial payment was, and then after a while they adjusted my payment. I'm not quite sure why. But this auto drafts from my checking account and I wasn't going to change it. Yonkers, Maurice's, Capital One, Perkins loan, which is a student loan. Joey's, I haven't put that in yet, but half of his has come out so far. His comes out of every paycheck, like half comes out of each paycheck. His personal loan, half of that came out, and then David's bridal came out. I actually have a really funny story about debt that I have to share with you after I go through this budget. So envelopes. Originally, I didn't have that much for gas. I'd planned 160, I think. I didn't know how much I would be driving since I commute 35 minutes to work every day. So start of the month, I filled up, then Joey filled up, and then when he got paid, I took $120 for gas. And then when I got paid, I took $60. And then to top it all off, my dad was in the hospital for a week, so I was driving in to see him and help him move to a new apartment that's easily accessible to him. He's a diabetic, and he had a sore on his foot that turned nasty, and they were going to take off his whole foot, but thankfully they were able to cut out all the infection. But I did have to go help him move to a more accessible apartment because he's going to be in a wheelchair for a while. So I will probably have to contribute more gas because of all of that. It's good to know how much I will be driving back and forth to work, and then hopefully Joey and I will be moving to the town where I work, and I won't be spending so much in gas money. His daughters will live in that town, and he'll be 15 minutes closer to work as well, so that'll be good. Eating out, originally I hadn't budgeted any, but then when Joey got paid, we put in $40, and then with my paycheck on the 14th, I put in $20. We still have $70. I don't know if we might put a little bit more in. I don't think I'm going to put in the full $150 though. My cats, originally I was going to do $50. I contributed $100, and I really stocked up. So, oh no. Well, let's see if we can finish this before my battery dies. I really stocked up. I got a bunch of litter and wet food and dry food, so they're going to be good for a while. So originally Joey and I were just going to put everything into one bank account, but he expressed some concern because he's really bad with money and he didn't want to overdraw our account. So what we decided was he was going to keep enough for his debts to come out, so for his personal loan and his car loan, and then he was going to keep $200 from each paycheck to cover his gas, and when he wants to go eat out, since we don't ever really see each other at the same time, so he did take $200 of this next check. I might give him a little bit extra next week just because he's been working so much, and he did blow through this $200 rather quickly. But he's got to learn how to manage his money though. It took me a really long time, so I'm trying to be patient with him too. So sinking funds, originally we weren't going to contribute, but after talking to him and seeing how much he was making, we decided to. I put $60 into the car fund because we both needed oil changes, so that money's pretty much used up. Car registration, we're going to try to put away $150 because his plates are due in October and mine is due in November, so they're each $75. There you go. Christmas, I really want to start putting some money away. It's coming up. If I can put away $100 for September, October, and November, that'll be $300, and that'll be enough for us to do Christmas because our families decided that we were going to draw names, so really all we have to do is buy gifts for the girls and each other. For the reception, we want to put $350 away. If we can put a little more, that'd be awesome. School supplies, I was budgeting $20 and I spent $49.21 so far. That will probably go up just a little bit. because I am going to be purchasing a science unit from Teachers Pay Teachers. Alliant, this is just an old electric bill that we're paying off. That'll be paid off in December. Yay! And then I was in Michael's the other day looking at stuff for the wedding reception to just get ideas for decorations. And I was over in the planner section because I love planner stickers, and I found a really nice set that was on clearance for $1.57, so I picked those up. It was a good deal, and they're really cute, and I love them. And I really try not to spend money on frivolous things like that anymore. So far, that is our September. Joey's working a lot of overtime. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling up so much here. He's working a lot of overtime this week too, and so his paycheck next week on the 21st is going to be another $1,000, he thinks, and then he has his profit share for $500. So I did increase this quite a bit, and so yeah, it's really great. Okay, I did want to share with you a really funny debt story. I hope I have enough computer battery for this. All right, so I realized that I'm on my laptop and I could just bring it into my bedroom and plug it in. So I like to use Undebit to keep track of all of my debts. So I have my student loans and my car loan and my credit cards. I have not put any of Joey's debts in yet. And that's a conversation that me and him will have at a later time. So anyway, I had to reapply for my income-based repayment on my federal student loans. And the first year, out of being out of college, I was paying $0, which was awesome. And then I got my results on Friday the 14th, and I'm going to start paying $80, which is not a big deal. So I came on here to my Undebit, and I was like plugging in all the information, updating interest rates, and I realized, one, that this calculates interest wrong, and sometimes it quotes me a couple hundred more than I'm actually at. See, one of my payments is 64 cents on my really small loan. They're like all one, it's all big one chunk, but this is just, they're going to distribute 64 cents. Anyway, as I was playing with them, I was like putting the numbers where they actually should be, and my overall debt was going down, which is great. And then I realized that I had put 2 of my student loans into this program twice. So I had $8,000 added in here that I really didn't need. So originally I had, actually it was $9,000 now that I'm looking at it. So originally I had $8,809. No, I'm saying that wrong, sorry. Oh, I'm a teacher and I should know how to say numbers. I had $88,890 some dollars in debt, and it said that I was going to have an expected payoff of July of 2030. And when I realized that I had this almost $9,000 of extra debt in here, so I deleted those, and it lowered the amount that I owed, and it lowered my repayment date to December of 2027. Now, of course, working the baby steps, I aim to have this paid off a lot faster, and especially in the spring when my taxes come. But it's just oh, this made me feel so good to know that I'd screwed up my numbers. I'm obviously when you realize there's almost $9,000 less that you actually owe, feels pretty damn good. And to see that debt payoff number or date go down by 3 years and 3 months also feels really good. But I'm definitely feeling more anxious to beat that number because I hate being in debt. Joey and I want to buy a house. We've been talking about it a lot because it's really hard to find a place you can rent. So this is me being 100% real here. Maybe I'm going to turn the camera around. Hang on. Hello. I have no makeup on because it's Sunday and I'm a teacher on a Sunday. So anyway, Joey and I have been talking about buying a house, and we're trying to find a rental in the town where I work and his daughters live, and it is impossible to find anything for rent, not even an apartment. All the apartments are 1 bedrooms and they cost like $700 and you can't bring pets. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna give up my cats because I made the commitment to rescue them and take care of them. So I'm not gonna leave them behind because I moved to an apartment that doesn't allow pets. And so Joey's like, honey, the only way we're ever gonna find a place to live is if we buy a house. I'm like, I know, but I don't feel financially that we can do that because I still have a lot of debt. We don't have an emergency fund. We don't have a down payment saved up. So it's a struggle. What would you guys do? Do you guys have any advice? I know a lot of you are gonna say, work the plan, and that's really hard to do. I'll even tell you, like, how hard is it to find a home in the town we're trying to find? His parents couldn't even find a rental. And so his mother-in-law's or his mother's my mother-in-law's mom, so Joey's grandma, bought a house and his parents pay his grandparents' rent. So his grandparents took on the mortgage and his parents treat them like landlords. That's how hard it is to find a rental in that town. It's impossible. So I would love to know what you guys would do. Would you scrape and save a down payment and buy a house even if you weren't out of debt yet? What would you do? Answer in the comments below because I need to know. I'm frustrated with the situation. So any advice you can give would be great. Oh, I have a cat coming. A kitty cat. You want to say hi, Khaleesi girl? Say hi. I'm the reason they can't find a rental. Mwah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.